This is Tom Melling, CEO of Safari, and here with me today is Lynn Riley, our VP of Strategic Initiatives. In our last demo, we showed how legal process teams use Safari to track, process, and prepare responses to subpoenas. Here we'll demonstrate how you deliver response documents securely online for no additional cost. Lynn, please explain how legal process teams are currently delivering subpoena documents and how Safari's Secure Share portal improves on current practices.
Sure. With your delivery solution, you're thinking about three main considerations. It has to be efficient in cost as well as time. It has to be highly secure, and you don't want to spend your time interacting with the party that issued the subpoena. None of the traditional methods meet all of these requirements. For example, traditionally, companies have delivered paper copies of responsive documents, but that was labor-intensive and time-consuming, and it wasted money and paper. Standard email just isn't secure, and it's unacceptable to any regulated industry. Increasingly, it's problematic to all companies because of evolving privacy and security laws, plus you have the problem of email file size limitations. Encrypted email may solve the security problem, but it's impractical and it's just frustrating to use. Law firm issuers have to install software and manage encryption keys. And given cybersecurity policies, most law firms are not going to install software at your request. What some companies do is encrypt response files on a flash stick or DVD and ship that, then send the passcode separately. But there are problems with this approach too. It's expensive and time-consuming, and it may require the company to make an exception to its own cybersecurity policies regarding external media. And then finally, FTP sites may work fine for litigation in which you're a party because you're already coordinating with opposing counsel, and you're probably producing hundreds of thousands of documents at a time. But delivery by FTP is just too much time, effort, and coordination when you're making several productions a week, all to different parties. Secure Share, on the other hand, provides immediate, secure online delivery with no additional time spent coordinating with the subpoena issuer and no additional cost. In fact, as we'll show in our next demo, you can automatically recover your costs as part of the delivery process.
Okay, let's see exactly how Secure Share works. We are now in the live system, and you can see that Safari organizes the list of subpoenas for which I'm responsible in a list called My Desktop. Notice that one of my three subpoenas is marked for delivery. Safari provides an intuitive step-by-step wizard to guide you through the delivery process. Step 1 is to select the delivery method. If you use the Secure Share portal, Safari automatically sets up a unique portal for each subpoena with a unique response ID and associated passcode that will be used by the subpoena issuer. If you choose two-factor, the most secure option, the system automatically sends the response ID and passcode separately, one via email, the other via fax. Sending via two channels ensures that if one communication is intercepted, the portal is still secure.
So from a security perspective, this is the equivalent of the old process of shipping a hard drive with responsive documents and separately sending the passcode in an email. Also notice here that you can quickly do a final check to be sure you're sending the right response files.
In step 2, we confirm the issuer information. Because I have selected the two-factor delivery method, the screen shows both the fax number and the email address that will be used.
Because the two access keys are sent in separate communication channels and the files are encrypted at rest and during download, this process complies with banking, HIPAA, and other security regulations. And the fax also works as a second form of authentication because you can check it against the subpoena issuer's website. So that eliminates the risk of someone spoofing a subpoena issuer to get confidential information.
In step 3, you decide whether to recover your cost with a credit card payment before document delivery. We will cover cost recovery in the next demo. So in this example, we will deliver the response files without an invoice or cost recovery. So now, delivering the response files is as simple as checking this box and hitting save. The system now shows you that the Secure Share portal has been created and is open. By default, the portal will remain open for 14 days, and you can click this button to extend the time. On the other hand, if you ever discover you need to block access to the portal, you can immediately shut it down by clicking this button.
Delivery details section automatically shows the audit record of delivery, including when the email and fax were sent, when the portal was open, and when the documents were accessed. That's part of the complete audit history you saw in the last demo, which is fundamental to satisfying compliance requirements.
For legal process teams, you can see how delivering your response electronically through Safari's Secure Share portal is intuitive, inexpensive, and incredibly simple. Now let's see what this looks like for the subpoena issuer.
And this is really important because you need a delivery process that doesn't require coordination with each subpoena issuer or cause support headaches for them or for you. And that means it has to be intuitive and easy to use for the issuer.
Here is the fax that the issuer will receive. This fax provides the passcode for this subpoena. Notice that no personally identifiable information, or PII, is disclosed, but we do provide information such as the case number so that the issuer immediately knows that this is an important communication.
Another advantage of the separate fax is that if the email gets caught in a spam filter, the issuer will still know from the fax to look for the separate email, and that is another way that Secure Share eliminates unnecessary back and forth with issuers.
And here is the email that the issuer will also receive. This includes the response ID, and by clicking on the link, they go immediately to the portal. With both the response ID from the email and the passcode from the fax, the issuer can now log into the Secure Share portal and retrieve the response documents. The portal provides a zip of all the response documents for an easy one-click download.
And again, all the documents are encrypted, but unlike with encrypted email, there are no file size or file type restrictions, and that's useful if you need to produce a large document like a video, for example.
Once the issuer has downloaded the files, they can confirm receipt by clicking the green button. Returning to the Safari view as seen by the legal process team, all the activity on the portal is automatically captured in the audit history in Safari.
And one last note here, Secure Share works as a standalone delivery method, meaning that a large bank, for example, might already have a homegrown tracking system, but they might still be using an inefficient delivery process. They can keep that system and still integrate with Safari to get the benefits of Secure Share.
So many legal process teams have told us over and over again about their primary challenge, which is to efficiently, cheaply, and securely deliver electronic responses to many different issuers with minimal or no interaction. Safari Secure Share is specifically designed to solve this challenge. With only a few clicks, you can quickly set up an encrypted online delivery process with two-factor authentication. If you're a legal process team with initiative and people who are doers, Safari is for you.